Well, this right here is the Hard Rock Sportsbook app, and you can see it's still up and running, allowing people to place bets right now. The Tribe telling me that the app has not gone down at any point, even after the judge's ruling. Now, that Washington, D.C. based federal judge says that the compact that was put in place to allow the Seminole Tribe to operate this app, that compact is no longer in place, which means the judge says that the Tribe is violating federal law, but the Tribe is trying to change that through an appeal. The Hub and Spoke Sports Betting Compact, which was approved by the U.S. Department of the Interior in August, allowed people to place online sports bets from anywhere in the state. In Judge Dabney Friedrich's 25-page ruling handed down on Monday night, she states the agreement should have never been approved because it violates the Indian Regulatory Gaming Act. That act states gambling has to be done within the limits of an Indian reservation. While the compact allowed online sports betting to occur since the Seminole Tribe servers are on tribal land, Friedrich wrote, quote, "This court cannot accept that fiction," and that the compact is invalid. But right now, the Seminole Tribe's online sports app is still up and running. A spokesperson for the Seminole Tribe says they are appealing the judge's ruling.
We'll support whatever we can to validate the compact. They were paying nothing to the state, so we got a deal that is going to be very good for the state. We felt that made sense. Now, we also knew when you do hub and spoke, it was an unsettled legal issue.
The actual lawsuit did not include the state of Florida or the Seminole Tribe, but instead the U.S. Secretary of the Interior, which tells us they have no comment.
We're gratified and pleased that with this outcome.
John Sawinski runs the group No Casinos, some of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit.
This compact was a stretch too far. It tried to extend tribal rights beyond tribal lands to every square inch of Florida, and that's something that doesn't comport with federal law. We need to abide by the Constitution of Florida. If we want to have sports betting or any other type of betting statewide in Florida, it requires a vote of the people.
Other plaintiffs include Magic City Casino, who say, quote, "Last night's ruling was a victory for family-owned businesses like ours who pay their fair share in taxes. We look forward to working with the governor, legislature, and the citizens of Florida to pave a path forward that ensures a fair gaming marketplace exists in Florida." Now, Judge Friedrich also says that an initiative can be approved to get a ballot measure, a referendum on the ballot that would allow Floridians to possibly approve expanding online gambling for sports. Also, attempts to reach the judge were not successful, so right now it's not clear what the consequences could be for the Seminole Tribe continuing to operate that app. Reporting live, Steve King, WPBF 25 News.